Okay, we can get started then. Aging Pools, player number 1.
Hi, I'll start with hostile takeover terminology, please.
Hostile takeover terminology. Okay, here we go. Okay, Prajendu, here's your first question. This anti-takeover strategy involves the target firm issuing a charter that prevents individuals with more than 10% ownership of convertible securities from converting securities to voting shares. Name the strategy which derives its name from a fishing equipment which allows large specimens of the namesake target creature to be captured while the smaller and younger ones are allowed to escape.
Can you scroll down a bit?
Sure.
I'll say this is called the lobster trap.
The lobster trap is the right answer. So points to you on that, and we move on to question number 2. Which acquisition strategy is named for a popular wrestling maneuver, which itself takes its name from the world of fauna? It is an offer to buy a publicly listed company at a significant premium to the market price of its shares, designed to appeal to the target company shareholders and to pressure a reluctant company board to accept the bid. Musk's offer to buy Twitter this year is an example.
I'll say it's called a pin down.
That's not the right answer, I'm afraid. It passes to your team.
I'll
Any
take
of
it.
you want to take it? Sorry,
Go for it.
Yeah.
Mukund, is it?
Pradeep.
Pradeep.
Pradeep, okay. Yes,
Say bear hug.
bear hug is the right answer. So 1 point on the pass. They come in 2 flavors, a more aggressively grizzly bear hug and a softer teddy bear hug. The Motley crew, your player number 1. What's your choice of topic, please?
Soccer games that dictators play.
Okay, cool. Okay, Carl, your first question coming up. This dictator invested significantly into the country's football team, and it led to immediate success with continental wins in 1968 and 1974. During the 1974 World Cup, the team staged a memorable tools down protest at not being paid by losing the match 9-0 to Yugoslavia. The dictator's guards showed up at the hotel and threatened the team that they would not be allowed to come back home if they lost to defending world champions Brazil by 4 goals or more. The team duly obeyed and only lost 3-0. Name the dictator.
Kim Il-sung.
Kim Il-sung is not the right answer, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this? Jack, come with Pat.
Pat.
Not much of an effort. Mobutu Sese Seko.
Pat, Mobutu Sese Seko is the right answer. So you get 1 point on the pass. Carl, coming back to you. After the coup, this dictator used the national stadium, which a decade back had hosted a FIFA World Cup finals, as a concentration camp, torturing the supporters of the previous regime. 41 died. 2 months later, the stadium was to host the qualifying match versus USSR for the next World Cup. The Soviets refused to play in a stadium stained with blood, and the home team advanced to the finals. Today, a set of wooden benches at the northern goal stands as a mute memorial to those troubled times. Name the dictator. And this is the visual.
Pinochet.
Sorry, could you repeat your answer, please?
Pinochet.
Pinochet is right. That gets you 2 points. The stadium was called the Estadio Nacional, and it hosted the finals of the 1962 FIFA World Cup. Chile had qualified for the 1974 finals through a walkover. Okay, Aging Bulls, your player number 2, choice of topic, please.
I'll go with condiments.
Condiments. Okay. Debut, your first question. The original recipe for which condiment was developed in the 1890s by F.G. Garton, a grocer from Nottingham. Its ingredients included vinegar, tomato puree, garlic, tamarind, shallots, soy, and various spices. He named it after a famous location where rumor had it that it was being patronized. Even the bottle labels carried a picture of the location.
I guess Worcester sauce.
Not the Worcester sauce, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Any of you want to take a shot at this?
Guess. Any guess?
No.
Somebody make a guess? No.
So we pass?
Yeah.
Okay, we pass to TMC. TMC, anybody want to take a shot at this?
That
HP sauce.
HP sauce is the right answer, where HP stands for Houses of Parliament. Good steal on that, Pat. Okay, so debut your second question. Broadway star May Irwin went to this vacation hotspot on the St. Lawrence River, which is on the border of USA and Canada, to escape the New York humid sun. A local fisherman served her a shore dinner, spiced up with a condiment made with whatever came to hand in this remote location: mayonnaise and tomato ketchup, mixed with finely chopped green olives, pickles, onions, and hard-boiled eggs. May liked it and passed the recipe on to her friend, the owner of the Waldorf Hotel, who in turn asked his maitre d', Oscar Chirky, to refine it and introduce it to the diners at the hotel. Which condiment is this?
All right. I'm gonna guess Thousand Island dressing.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Thousand Island dressing.
And that's a good guess, Divya, for 2 points. It is a Thousand Island dressing, where the Thousand Island name is derived from the cluster of islands in the St. Lawrence River. TMC, your player number 2, please.
Gonna try exploring Australia, please.
Exploring Australia. Okay, Jack, your first question. Matthew Flinders' 1801 expedition to resolve whether New Holland was one island or several had on board which Scottish botanist who discovered over 2,000 new Australian specimens on this trip. His later botanical career depended heavily on the microscope, using which he observed and named the cell nucleus in 1833. He got the Copley Medal in 1839 for his discoveries of vegetable impregnation. Today, we perhaps best remember him for his 1827 study of the pollens of the plant Clarkia pulchella.
Brown.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Brown.
It is Robert Brown, so it's a good answer. And that he observed the pollen moving around in a phenomenon which was named after him as Brownian motion. Second question for you, Jack. The Dutch explorer Jan Carstens, remembered for the highest island peak, Carstens Pyramid, was commissioned by the Dutch East India Company in 1623 to lead an expedition to the southern coast of New Guinea and beyond, to follow up the reports of land sighted further south. When he landed on the west coast of Cape York Peninsula of New Holland, which you can see in this image, he named the large shallow sea there after the then governor general of the Dutch East India Company, who had helped in the conquest of Jakarta and built the town there. Name the sea or the governor general.
Gulf of Carpentaria.
It is the Gulf of Carpentaria. That's a good answer. And full house to you on that. That's Gulf of Carpentaria, named after Peter the Carpentier. Aging Bulls, player number 3, please.
Named for British cars.
Okay, name for British cars. Your question number 1 coming up, Mukund. This is an American instrumental band that was influential in shaping the sound of Southern soul. Apart from providing backing for hundreds of recordings for Stax Records by artists like Wilson Pickett, Otis Redding, and Bill Withers, example, Walking the Dog, they also did their own stuff. Name the band whose 1962 instrumental you hear, one of the most popular instrumental rock and roll songs ever. The second part of the band name did not stand for an American city associated with soul. Rather, it was named for a British sports car. And I'll play the audio now. Let me know if you don't hear the audio. Were you able to hear the audio?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll start your timer. Okay, Mukund, could you have an answer, please?
I'll pass it to Dibyu.
Okay. Yes, Dibyu.
The band is Booker T and the MGs.
That's a good answer. It is Booker T and the MGs, where MG stood for Morris Garage rather than Memphis Group. This track was Green Onions. Okay, Mukund, your second question. Mary Quant named the miniskirt after her favorite car, the Mini Cooper, and helped popularize it in the 1960s. What quirk in the existing sales tax system of the UK was she able to exploit to make them affordable and profitable at the same time?
I think by avoiding the boot, the length of the car was compressed and it fell under a different category, and they didn't need to pay, customers didn't need to pay tax on this car.
No, we're talking the mini skirt, which she was able to, to pull a tax loophole on. Anyway, so that's not the right answer, Mukund. We pass it to your team. Anybody else want to take a shot at this?
Take a guess, like
Pradeep?
50%.
Is it Pradeep?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we guess that the taxation was based on length, like smaller length for children's clothes. The miniskirt had a smaller length, so she fell into a lower tax bracket.
Okay, that is an inspired guess, Pradeep, and that is the right answer. They were classified as children's garments in the tax system, and they were not subject to tax as a consequence. Good answer on that. Okay, TMC, your player number 3, please.
Can I have quiz masters and quiz writers, please?
Okay, Amit, quiz masters and quiz writers coming up for you. Edwin Ed Goodgold was an American writer and a music industry executive, the first manager of Shana Na, a band that played at Woodstock. Writing for the student newspaper of Columbia University in 1965, Ed fixed the modern meaning of X. X is a game played by countless young adults who, on the one hand, realize they have misspent their youth, and yet, on the other hand, do not want to let go of it. He later warned against attempts to confuse the flower of X with the weed of minutiae. He launched the first radio contest and wrote 2 books on X, including a New York Times bestseller, Identify X.
Quiz ball.
Quiz bowl is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. Passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this?
Pat.
Trivia.
Trivia is the right answer. Good answer, Pat. You're just lapping them all up. So you get 1 point on that TMC. Amit, your second question. Fred L. Worth's Super Trivia is a legendary compilation. To protect his work, he inserted fake facts in the books and caught Trivial Pursuit plagiarizing. He sued them in 1984, but the case was dismissed as presentation of facts in an encyclopedia was very different from the rewriting of those same facts as questions. The incorrect answer is shown here. The answer given was Philip. The right answer, as per the 1971 episode Deadweight, in which his badge can be seen, is Frank. Whose first name is this?
Colombo.
Colombo is the right answer. That's a good answer, Amit. So to Detective Colombo, and of course, the legend has continued beyond Trivial Pursuit. Pradeep, your choice of topic, please.
Let's try South Park.
South Park. This 2003 episode was mostly sung and was unusually nuanced by South Park standards, managing to simultaneously both condemn and approve of a religious sect. It was voted as the best episode of season 7. It is best known for inspiring what huge money-making spin-off. I'm going to play this video now. Yeah?
Like God and Jesus appeared before me, and they said I should start my own church because none of the others had it right. And that's exactly how it happened.
You see? You believe it now?
Well, yeah, sure. Why would he make that up?
Dum, 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 dum. Many people.
I've started timer now.
The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon is the right answer. It's a good answer. This is the musical. Your second question, Pradeep. The South Park episode called Trapped in the Closet is a takedown of a religious sect. The episode was cancelled in many countries, and so was its rebroadcast on Comedy Central. It also caused one of the long-standing founding cast members, X, who belonged to this sect, to quit. During X's long career as a musician and actor, he was included in the Songwriters Hall of Fame and became only the 3rd Black person after Hattie McDaniel and Sidney Poitier to win an Academy Award. Identify X.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes is the right answer. So full points to you on that set as well. Isaac Hayes, who won the Best Original Song Oscar for the theme from Shaft. And the sect in question was the Church of Scientology. Pat, what's your choice of topic, please?
Famous homes in literature, please.
Famous homes in literature coming up for you. Team, sorry if I don't get the pronunciation right. Team Rak, meaning sacred space, is a hill and ancient burial site in County Meath, Ireland, inauguration site for the High Kings of Ireland. On the top of the hill stands the Lia Fail, the stone of destiny pictured here, which serves as the coronation stone. The anglicized name of the site is most familiar to us through the name of the residence of a fictional immigrant family. 640 acres of uncultivated wilderness was given this wishful, grandiose name, and by the time the story opens, it had become a flourishing farm. What is the anglicized name?
Tara.
Tara is right. Tara from Gone with the Wind. Good answer. Your next question. Located in Devon, this was a little Tudor building with a pig pen on the side. After A and M got married and started having kids, they haphazardly started adding floors, giving the whole structure a crooked look and making it seem as if it was held up by dash. That's a 5-letter word. Which fictional home that also serves as an organization's headquarters for some time? Name the house, or you can give us the name of the owners. Note that the blank is not the name of the house. Pat, could we have an answer, please?
String house.
Not String House, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this?
Agatha Christie and Max Malone.
Sorry, who was this guessing, please?
Me, Amit.
Amit. Agatha Christie is not the right answer, I'm afraid. It flips across to Aging Bulls. Any of you want?
You had your
Mukund?
finger up. Mukund, did you want it?
I had the same guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Anyone else? Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, got nothing. Pass.
Okay. This is the first question which has escaped both teams, and this is probably the first question that has escaped Pat as well. So this is the borough, which is the home of the Weasleys in the Harry Potter series. A&M stands for Arthur and Molly Weasley. Okay, it became the headquarters for the Orders of the Phoenix. And the blank in the question was magic. It was being held up by magic.
Everybody was fictional in that. Okay.
Yeah. So it was fictional, right? It wasn't Agatha Christie. Okay, Aging Bulls, what's your topic now for the team round?
Left? Oh, topic. Okay. I don't know. Braj
Napoleon or
Mukund.
writers?
Writers. Okay.
Writers?
Writers? Okay, we go with that then. Your first question. Which author wrote And Another Thing in 2009, the 6th and final installment to complete the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series? His own bestseller series of 11 books started in 2001. He served as laureate Nog between 2014 and 2016.
This is Fox, Sebastian Fox. He had the UN Call for series. Artemis Fowl series. Yeah.
I don't think I have a better guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, dude. Because that's
we go with it.
Yeah, let's go with Sebastian Fox.
Final answer, Sebastian Fox.
That's not the right answer, I'm afraid.
The other one.
TMC, you want to take a shot at this for no points?
It's Colfer.
Colfer.
It is UN Colfer.
Oh, I said Colfer. Oh man,
you guys had Colfer, but
said Colfer and I just got the wrong name. Sorry about it.
You got the...
Damn it. I said Colfer and Hitchhiker.
Okay, good. Next question for you. Author X's biggest success was a 1980 book that blended crime, suspense, and Japanese martial arts mysticism. At a party thrown that year by his agent, he met another of the agent's clients. Why? Both of them were on top of the New York Times bestseller list then. They talked late into the night, and it was the beginning of a long and fruitful friendship. After Y died in 2001, having written 3 books in the series, which began in 1980, X continued it until 2018, writing 11 books with title suffixes like objective, dominion, and imperative. Identify X and Y. So we need both.
Why is Ludlam, right? Why is Ludlam?
Ludlam.
Yeah. Why is Ludlam?
Is it Lustbader?
Lustbader, I think.
Yeah, I think Lustbader continued.
Correct. Ludlam and Lusbreda.
Yeah.
That is the right answer. So 2 points to you on that. It's Eric von Lusbeder and Robert Ludlum, who collaborated on the Bone series. So TMC, your topic is abolished by Napoleon, and your first question. Which entity continued uninterrupted for over 8 centuries, commencing in 962 AD? It got its name from the ancient source of its power and legitimacy. Its end came in 1806 when Francis II abdicated following the disastrous defeat to Napoleon at the Battle of Austerlitz.
Holy Roman Emperor.
Holy Roman
Emperor,
Emperor.
yeah.
Empire. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy Roman Emperor.
Empire. Yeah.
Emperor.
Empire. Yeah. Sorry.
Empire is correct. This is the Holy Roman Empire. And the second question. Another long-running institution, it lasted exactly 1100 years, from 697 to 1797 AD. Their first elected leader was Ursus. In 1797, Napoleon, while leading the French Revolutionary Wars against Australia, served an ultimatum to this institution to democratize. In face of overwhelming military superiority, their leader, Ludovico Manin, abdicated and dissolved which institution?
Republic of Venice.
The Doges.
Ursus was the first Doge of Venice.
Is it the Venetian Republic or is it the Doges? Venetian Republic.
Venetian Republic, I think, because no institution. Okay.
Well, the elected leader was Ursus, so he'd be elected.
Yeah.
What are we going for, Venice or Doge?
Okay, could we have your final answer, please?
Venetian Republic, I think.
Venetian Republic, please.
That is the right answer. I'm glad you stuck with that. So it is the Republic of Venice. And that brings us to the end of the 10 topics. Aging Bulls, mystery bag, left or right?
Guys,
What do you think? Left?
yeah, left. I'm inclined towards left, but you guys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, left.
Me too.
Left.
Left it is, okay. What term borrowed from popular culture refers to a company which has not yet been approached by an acquirer? Such a company usually has attractive features, such as a large amount of cash or undervalued real estate, which the inert management has failed to leverage. Despite the connotations, the target company usually doesn't need rescuing, unlike in the story being referenced.
This is like some damsel in distress thing, like
Yeah. Is it Sleeping Beauty? Sleeping Beauty.
I've heard of. Is it Sleeping Beauty? Rapunzel. Sleeping Beauty sounds more legit, but it's popular culture, like fucking in the ancient ages.
No, it's definitely one of those damsel in distress type things.
Yeah, let's go with damsel in distress then.
No, he says in the story being referenced.
Yeah.
You have to name a story.
So Sleeping Beauty is a better guess.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we'll go with Sleeping Beauty.
And that is the right answer. I'm glad you stuck with that.
How is it popular culture though?
I'll point out your objections to more. Okay, next question for you. This infantry regiment, founded in 1675, is most famously associated with Frederick William I. The soldiers had to meet a stiff physical criteria to be recruited. Thus, to staff the regiment, they had to be sourced from other countries. Peter the Great gave several such soldiers in return for the gift of the famous amber room. There were attempts to breed them by pairing them with similar women. This attracted Darwin's attention in The Descent of Man. It was dissolved in 1806 after defeat at the hands of Napoleon in the Battle of Jena Austerlitz. What was the two-word nickname given to this regiment? The nickname derives from the city where Frederick or the regiment resided and their physical characteristic.
Raj, Potsdam Giants or Potsdam Grenadiers?
The city definitely is Brandenburg, yeah. The physical.
Are you sure it's Brandenburg, not Potsdam? I've heard of the 7-foot guards. I thought they were called the Potsdam Grenadiers or Giants. But
Giants sounds small.
Okay, then let's go with that.
We'll go with that.
But are you sure of Potsdam or Brandenburg? Like, what do you think?
Potsdam is in Brandenburg, by the way. Potsdam is.
So let's go with Potsdam because there were 7-foot soldiers.
Okay.
Let's go.
Rohit, our answer is
But I'm not
Potsdam
sure of-
Giants.
Okay.
Sorry, could you repeat that? There was some talk.
Pradeep, say.
Potsdam Giants, or Potsdam Grenadiers.
That's well worked out. That's Boston Giants.
Giants.
Okay, it's well worked out with the team. Good answer. Okay, in 2014, Mary, Duchess of Roxburgh, died and unexpectedly left her crumbling West Horsley place to her great nephew, Bamber Gascoigne, the former host of University Challenge. Next year, a remarkable study for one of the popular English paintings was discovered tucked away in one of the rooms. The original painting itself is quite curiously housed in Ponce, Puerto Rico, and is called the Mona Lisa of the Southern Hemisphere. Bamber has used the millions raised from the sale of the painting and other antiques from the estate to renovate it. This is a painting. You have to name it, please.
Death of Ophelia. No, it doesn't look anything like this, but it looks like Sidal.
The
Looks like
sleeping
Sidal.
something, right?
Does it ring a bell? Sleeping what?
Just thinking.
Scroll up, please, Rohit.
Sure.
Original painting is in Puerto Rico. Okay. See, it's a popular English painting. So let's just go with Ophelia by Millais.
Okay, could we have your answer, please?
Shall we say that? Braj, think, dude, is one of those pre-Raphaelites. Oh shit, we gotta say it.
Yep, you're on it.
Oh,
Pradeep, say.
Say it.
we'll go with, yeah,
Ophelia.
yeah.
Sleeping Ophelia.
Sleeping Ophelia is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. TMC, you want to take a shot at this for no points?
Not Flaming June.
Flaming June.
Flaming June is the right
Flaming June.
answer.
Nice.
Flaming June by Sir Frederick Leighton. Okay, TMC mystery bag right coming up for you. First question. This salsa, commonly used in Mexican cuisine, is traditionally made of chopped tomato, onion, and serrano peppers. It is sometimes called salsa bandera, flag sauce, due to its appearance, similar to the flag of Mexico. It gets its more popular and evocative name, supposedly from the way it was originally eaten, by pinching pieces between the thumb and forefinger. It reminded people of a bird pecking.
Is this something like beak of the chicken, or chicken's beak or something?
Never heard of it.
I'm not sure what it is in Spanish. It's gallo, something.
Or
is it-
pollo,
Is
this something called
No, it's
PK Gallo or something like that?
Oh,
that
PK,
sounds-
yeah,
that-
yeah.
yeah, that sounds promising.
PK Gallo.
Which I think is the translation of chicken's
Okay.
beak.
Rohit will try PK Gallo, please.
Could I bother you to spell that out for me, please?
Just say it in English.
I think it's probably PICO.
Or is it
And
QU?
GALLO.
Sorry, I just want to be 100% certain about this. So
I thought it was PIQUE.
Whatever you like.
PIQUEGALLO.
you know what? I'm going to give this to you. It's called Pico de
Pico de
Gallo.
Gallo.
Yeah.
Pico de
I
Gallo.
think,
So it's
Pat said it
PICODEGALLO. It's pronounced Pico de Gallo. But you had it effectively. I heard it when you guys were discussing it. So you get points on this. Okay.
Okay.
Second question. Horatio Alger was a prolific American author who wrote young adult novels dealing with rags to riches stories. Before his death in 1899, he chose X to complete his unfinished works. In 1901, Young Captain Jack was completed by X and promoted as Alger's last work. X also wrote Alger's biography. Alger had chosen well. X, apart from being a big fan of his, was extremely prolific, producing over 1,300 books and selling 500 million copies. Who completed Alger's works?
Could this be Lew Wallace? Wasn't he madly prolific? Who else we got? Frank Richards. Billy
Asimov.
So many books.
Asimov.
So many books. Maybe like Stratemeyer or.
I think Lew Wallace was psychotically productive. I think.
Okay.
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 And who else is there? Is it the Riceboro? Lew Wallace.
Sorry,
Okay.
you find
Nominate Pat.
Lew Wallace.
That's wrong, I'm afraid. I heard the right answer, but that wasn't picked up by the rest of the team.
Sorry.
It
He's nice,
was
Varun.
Edward Stratemeyer.
Stratemeyer.
Yeah, he was responsible for the Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew franchises.
Nice
Sorry
question.
about that, guys. Yeah. Scudetto, the decoration worn by Italian sports clubs to signify victory in their annual championships, was invented by which aristocrat and fascist, who was also a poet and a keen amateur football player? In 1920, when the former Austro-Hungarian city of Fiume was annexed to Italy, he proposed that the local football team acknowledge the Italian sovereignty over the city with a small tricolored shield on its jerseys. 4 years later, this concept was extended to the winner of the Italian Football League.
Didn't D'Annunzio
D'Annunzio.
Fiume at one point and set up a little republic?
Yeah.
Gabriele D'Annunzio?
We'll go with D'Annunzio.
That is the right answer. It's a good answer, Gabriel D'Annunzio. And so you get 2 points on that. So let's do a score check at this stage. Aging Bulls on 17, Motley Crew on 21. Very, very high scoring first half, I think, going by the scores being reported so far. So do you guys want to continue with the next package, or do you want to take a break for a few minutes?
We're good to go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, great. Yeah, carry on. Okay, so we reverse rounds at this stage. So TMC, you get the first choice of topic, please.
I'll take islands known for unusual activities.
Islands known for unusual activities in your first question, Karan. Name this tiny island jointly owned and divided between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. What is it called? The King Fahd Causeway passes through the island and it acts as a border control office. It is sometimes called Middle Island, but we don't want that name.
Border island, no idea.
It's not the border island, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this?
Jack?
Khalifa Island.
Sorry?
Khalifa Island.
That's not correct, I'm afraid. It flips across to...
Can I take this?
Yeah, take
it.
it.
Yeah,
Sorry, who's this? Who's
Brajendu.
Brajendu? Okay, Brajendu, yes.
I think it's called the Passport Island.
It is called the Passport Island, so good answer. 1 point on the steal for you. It's a King Fahd Passport Island. Karel, back to you. This island was sighted 7 weeks after Easter on 22nd May 1768 by Louis Antoine de Bougainville and aptly named. The island is famous for an agriculture-related practice called Nangol. It was given international exposure by David Attenborough during the 1950s as part of the BBC serial, BBC documentary, The People of Paradise. Name the island or the practice. Karel, you've run out of time. Could we have an answer, please?
Cocos Island, I don't know.
Sorry, did you?
I say Cocos, Coco Island.
It's not, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this?
Pat?
Pentecost Island, bungee jumping.
That's right. You got both parts of it. It's Pentecost Island and land diving or bungee jumping. Good answer, Pat. Nothing escapes you again.
Yeah, the Pentecost is totally different in Estonian. So I thought about the holiday, but I didn't know the English word. So
okay. Aging Bulls, player number 1.
I'll take gender reassigned people.
Gender reassigned people. First question coming up. Identify the circled person from the sets of a movie in 2011.
I'll say this is Wachowski.
Do you have the first name as well?
Jane Wachowski.
Actually, you know what? The answer
Don't need
requires
it.
just the last name.
Just the last name, yeah,
Wachowski. No, the reason why
Lana.
Lana.
it is Lana Wachowski, sir. But you know, Movin and company have said to accept the last name itself, so it is Lana Wachowski, but not Lily or Andy Wachowski. And this is from the movie Cloud Atlas. Rajendra, your second question. Jan Morris, born James Morris, was a Welsh historian, author, and travel writer. In 1972, she was one of the first high-profile people to have sex reassignment surgery. She started her career as a journalist after World War II and did groundbreaking work during the Suez Crisis. Earlier, she had been the only journalist on a particular assignment where she reported success through a specially prearranged coded message. What assignment was this?
I'll say this was Hillary and Norgay climbing the Everest.
It is that's right answer. It is a success.
You put
sorry.
wrong.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, I'm just going to go back. I'm going to reset this and go through. It is the right answer. I'm just going to go back and. So, in this, you had the right answer. Sorry about that, guys. And this, you had the right answer. So it was a successful climb of Mount Everest by Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. Okay. TMC player number 2, please.
Try Commonwealth Games venues.
Commonwealth Games venues coming up for you. Given the occasion being commemorated, which city in the Northern Hemisphere is a front runner to win the bid for the 2030 Commonwealth Games?
Toronto.
It's not Toronto, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this? Carl, Amit, Pat? Or should we pass to Aging Bulls?
Vancouver.
Sorry?
Vancouver.
Vancouver, you said? No, it's not Vancouver, I'm afraid.
Shall I take a guess?
It passes to you guys, Aging Bulls, yes?
Yeah,
So, Pradeep? Yeah.
We guess Hamilton.
It is Hamilton. That's a good guess. Hamilton, Canada. All of the guesses were in Canada, but the wrong city, unfortunately. And apt because it hosted the first British Empire Games a century ago. Jack, your second question. The 2026 Commonwealth Games being held in Australia is venue-wise going to be unique. Where will it be held?
Victoria.
Yes, that's right. It is the entire state of Victoria, not just one city, but the entire state, including Melbourne, Geelong, Bendigo, Ballarat, and Gippsland. Good answers. You get 2 points on that. Aging Bulls player number 2.
Classical inspirations for popular songs.
Popular songs. Okay. Coming up, your first question. Who does Billy Joel credit as co-writer of the song on his 1983 album?
Yeah.
Okay. Your time starts.
I guess James Joyce.
Not James Joyce, I'm afraid. It passes to your team.
I have a guess.
Go.
Okay, Mukund.
Is it Gershwin?
It's not Gershwin, I'm afraid. It flips across to the Motley crew.
Pat?
Liszt.
It's not Liszt, I'm afraid.
Chopin?
Okay, now it's going to become a guessing game. The most obvious answer when it comes to
Beethoven.
exactly, it is Ludwig van
I thought of
Beethoven.
that, but it was too hard to
Okay.
guess from the tune.
Okay, cool. Next question for you, Dibyo. British girl group Little Mix's 2013 song samples Gabriel Faurè's popular classical tune for a slow processional dance from 1887. Identify the original tune, and I'm going to play the audio for you.
I'll guess waltz number 5.
No, I'm afraid it's not the right answer. It passes to your team.
Pradeep.
Pradeep.
Yes, Pavane.
It is Pavane. That's a good guess, Pradeep. So you get 1 point on the pass on that. TMC, your player number 3, please. Amit.
Can I have with a little help from neighbors, please?
Okay. Your first question coming up. English scientist James Lovelock died recently at the age of 103. His Gaia hypothesis stated that the Earth functions as a self-regulating system similar to a living organism. Which school teacher and Nobel Prize-winning English author, Lovelock's neighbor in Wiltshire, suggested this name from the Greek myth deity who personifies Earth?
Golding.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Golding.
Golding is the right answer. It is indeed William Golding. Next question. This music personality X and sportsman Y as kids attended the same prestigious Combermere School in Bridgetown. X was 4 years senior to Y and protected him from bullies and even beat some of them up when going back home in the school bus. When Y became the captain of the junior national team, X celebrated by getting the whole team front rows to watch X's concert in the USA. Today, X is a designated national hero and one of the best-selling artists of all time, while Y is a captain of his national team. Identify either X or Y.
Rihanna.
Rihanna is the correct answer for X. And anybody know who Y is?
Braithwaite, Craig Braithwaite.
Craig Braithwaite is the right answer. So you get points. Full house on that, Amit. Mukund, your choice of topic, please.
Obsolete terms for traders and hawkers.
Okay, your first question. Historically, this was somebody who sold small articles door to door or from a stall, akin to a peddler or a hawker. But over time, it has assumed dishonest connotations. The word probably derives from a Middle English word which means to haggle. What is this word?
Huckster.
Huckster is the right answer. Good answer, Mukund. Next question. This extinct term in England for traders who dealt with fine cloth and fabric that was not produced locally originated 1,000 years ago. The word survives in direct and indirect ways. The primary livery company of the City of London bears the name. Also, the process for strengthening cotton by treating it with sodium hydroxide was named for a scientist whose name comes from this profession. What is the good word?
Is it Chapman?
It's not Chapman, I'm afraid. It passes to your team. Anybody want to take a shot at this?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll take.
Sorry, who's it? Brajendu, right? Yeah.
I think it's Mercer's.
It is Mercer. That's the right answer. Mercer, from whom we derive mercerized cotton.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Okay. TMC Pat,
I'll try famous sonnets, please.
famous sonnets. Okay. This sonnet, written in 1655, addresses the frustrations that the poet feels with his disability and his uncertainty about how best to serve God through the remainder of his life. It starts, "When I consider how my life is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and that one talent which is dead to hide, long with me useless, though my soul's more bent," and ends thus: "Bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and post o'er land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait." Name the poet and the disability. So we need two answers, please.
John Milton's Blindness.
John Milton, blindness is the right answer. Good answer, Pat. Georgina Schuyler was a descendant of Alexander Hamilton. She found a sonnet in a bookshop in 1901, and realizing its significance, she started a campaign which finally met with success in 1903. The sonnet was composed by a protege of Walt Whitman at the request of Joseph Pulitzer, but it was soon forgotten. Name the poet or the name of the sonnet. So either one will do.
I have to say Emma Lazarus.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Emma Lazarus,
Emma Lazarus is correct. Do you know the name of the sonnet?
the new Colossus. Just the dates were
New
troubling.
Colossus. It is right. So you had
Because the
both.
old Statue of Liberty was up before then.
Yes,
wasn't
it was on the Statue of Liberty. Yes, excellent answer, Pat. So that Pradeep, your choice of topic, please.
Let's try East Asian philosophy.
East Asian philosophy. First question for you. China faced political instability between the 6th century BC to 221 BC, till the Qin dynasty took charge. This was a period fraught with chaos, but was also the golden age of philosophy, with ideas still being relevant to the East Asian countries. What were these schools called to convey that there were a large number of them? The Chinese equivalent is Baijia Zhangming. Mao used a derivative term during 1956-57 when the party encouraged citizens to openly criticize the state.
Let's say river schools or rivers of thought.
No, I can't give that to you, I'm afraid. It passes to your team.
Yeah, this is
Brajendu. Sorry, who's this?
Go for it.
This is 100 flowers. May the 100 flowers bloom. 100 flowers schools.
I'll give you an opportunity to refine that, please.
The schools are called the 100 flower school. Baija is 100.
Sorry, so what's your final answer?
100 flowers.
I'm afraid I can't give that to you. It passes to TMC.
I'll have a pop at this one, Amit. Is
Okay.
it just called 100 Schools of Thought?
It's 100 schools of
Thought of
thought.
that.
100 flowers was the derivative term used by Mao. Sorry about that, Brajendu. You were close, but that's why I want you to refine it and get to 100 schools. And I think you mentioned schools as well, but the term required was 100 schools of thought. Sorry about that. Okay, the vinegar tasters, the traditional subject in East Asian painting, depicting the three founders of China's major religious or philosophical traditions. They dip their fingers in a vat of vinegar and taste it. Confucius finds it sour. Life is sour, needs rules to correct the degeneration of people. Buddha finds it bitter, dominated by pain and suffering due to material desires. The third person finds it sweet as life is fundamentally perfect in its natural state. Name the third person.
Lao Tzu.
It is Lao Tzu. That's the right answer. From Lao Tzu, from whom we get Taoism or Taoism. Okay, so we go to the team rounds. TMC, what is your choice, please?
Any thoughts, team?
Well, tech forms is perhaps better. It could be, well, yoga could be very hard.
I think they're both very hard, but let's go
Yeah.
for technology. At least we have some chance.
Yeah,
maybe.
I wonder if yoga we might be able to work them out, unless it's a
If you
race.
want.
What do you
Up
think,
to you.
Pat?
I don't mind. Whatever.
Do we feel strongly about technology?
No.
Guys, can you decide fast, please?
Let's go with technology.
Technology, your first question coming up. This online forum was set up in 1980 at the University of North Carolina and Duke University. It is famous for being the place where Tim Berners-Lee announced the launch of the World Wide Web and Linus Torvalds his Linux project. It is also infamous for being the venue for the first major commercial spam incident. Many now common technical terms, including antivirus, blog, FAQ, spyware, and streaming, originated here. Name the forum.
Not something like Usenet.
Can you repeat it?
Usenet, USENET. That's one of the early forums.
Oh, yeah. I think I've even heard the name.
Gopher and Archie.
Yeah, seems
Maybe,
decent
I
actually.
don't know. Maybe Usenet. I don't know.
Okay, I'll nominate Pat, please.
Usenet.
Usenet is right. That is the right answer. Usenet is short for Usersnet. The second question. IEEE, the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, was formed in 1960 by the merger of institutes that represented electrical and the radio engineers. The current logo shown here also merges the logo of the two institutes. The radio engineers logo is at the center, showing the right-hand rule for the relationship between electric and magnetic fields. What was the parallelogram on the outside, which was the logo of the electrical engineers, represent? We need a person's name in the answer.
Is that the Wheatstone Bridge?
Wheatstone Bridge, yeah.
Or
that sounds-
Faraday cage. Wheatstone
Oh,
Bridge.
could be.
What did you say, Pat?
Faraday's cage. But it could be Wheatstone Bridge.
The Wheatstone Bridge is that shape with the
It's shaped like a
Diamond.
diamond, isn't it? With
But it's
the
got things coming in, hasn't it? So,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Faraday's a decent guess though. I mean, I think Wheatstone's maybe better for the electronic side.
Whatever you like.
We'll try Wheatstone Bridge.
That's not the right answer, I'm afraid. Aging Bulls, you want to take a shot at that for no points?
Shannon, Claude Shannon, something.
No, it's not. This is Benjamin Franklin's kite.
Oh,
So he,
wow.
as he attached a wire to and then demonstrated conduction of electricity.
Nice.
Very good.
Okay. So Aging Bulls, you're left with yoga and yogic mudras. Your first question coming up. The Anjali Mudra has gone beyond the confines of yoga and has become universally popular. COVID helped boost its popularity in the Western world. It is said to provide connections between the right and left hemispheres of the brain. How do we better know this mudra?
Hey, this is a namaste sign, no?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought
possible.
this wasn't Anjali the
Oh,
okay
very
sign?
nice. COVID, so namaste, so not shaking hands.
Oh yeah.
Namaste.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we got 17 seconds. Divyo?
Yeah. I think that's the right answer.
Can't think of anything else. It's a good one. I thought it was something to do with breathing, but I think Namaste is a better one.
Okay, Brad, say final answer and go for it.
Final answer, the namaste sign.
And that is the right answer, namaste or namaskar or namaskaram. That's a good answer. 7 of the 8 Ashtangas or 8 limbs of yoga are listed below. What is the 8th and the ultimate? A word that has gained literary recognition this year. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, and Dhyana. What's the 8th?
What is the Gitanjali Shri book, dude? Was that in English?
Samadhi is called Res Samadhi. So yeah, it will be Samadhi. Yeah.
The other word I thought was chakra.
Samadhi is rest. What is that?
Is chakra one of them?
No, guys,
No,
it's,
what, think of the book quickly. Braj, what is the Samadhi one?
Samadhi there.
it's
Is
Res
it a book?
Samadhi. Yeah, Tomb of Sand is Samadhi only, I'm telling you.
Tomb of
Samadhi.
Sand. That's it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Final
could you
answer.
repeat?
Samadhi.
Final answer, Samadhi is correct. Good answer.
Good stuff.
Samadhi,
Good teamwork.
it comes from the book which won the International Booker Prize this year. Okay, so before we go into the mystery bag, let's just take a glance at the scores, see how close it is. So Motley Crew is ahead by 2 points at this stage. Only 3 questions to go for each team. So it requires Motley Crew to miss 1 or more and Aging Bulls to get 1 more than Motley Crew to tie. Okay, so Motley Crew, what's your choice, please? Mystery bag left or right?
Is left better for us? Or
They're both kind of equally bad.
Pat, what do you think? Karel?
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Let's try left, please.
Okay, cool. First question. The later popularity and stardom of the people shown below may not have been possible without a little help from X. X, after a long innings, recently retired in July 2022. Identify X, inducted into the Logie Hall of Fame in 2005.
Neighbors,
Neighbors.
right? It's a TV show, Neighbors.
It's the right answer. Trust you guys to have gotten that. It had Natalia Imbruglia, Gary Pierce, Russell Crowe, etc. Second question. Modern Japanese thought is strongly influenced by Western science and philosophy, and its rapid rise in the 20th century was partly aided by the early study of Western science during the Edo period. Despite the complete isolation imposed, the small island of Dejima in Nagasaki provided the necessary source for this osmosis of knowledge. What is the name for this body of Western knowledge? It comes from the Japanese word for the country that they were interacting with in Dejima, combined with the Sino-Japanese word for learning.
It was in the Netherlands.
Just the Netherlands. Was it then
Japan,
non-ban?
Japan.
I think Nanban's not the right thing. What do you think, Pat?
Did it end in Gaku? Is that that's the second part of the name? Rangaku? I don't know.
Rangaku is something, but
it could be a judo term. I don't know. Rangaku.
Rangaku.
I think it ends in Gaku.
Okay, could you have your final answer,
Nominate
please?
Pat.
Rangaku.
Rangaku is correct. It's not a judo term at all. So excellent guessing. Inspired guessing, Pat. You get 2 points on that. M. Lamar is an operatic countertenor and pianist whose work incorporates film, sculpture, installation, and performance. He is also the identical twin brother of a transgender actress. Lamar has acted only once in his life, when in a streaming TV series episode titled Lesbian Request Denied, he played the role of his sister before gender reassignment, a New York City fireman who boosted credit card numbers to finance a surgery. A case of art more or less imitating life. Name Lamar's famous sister.
Is her surname Cox?
Laverne Cox, I think.
Yeah. She was in Inventing Anna, wasn't she, as the physical trainer? Is everyone happy with that?
She was also in
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, Orange is the New Black.
Definitely the most famous African American transgender actress.
Her surname is Cox, isn't it? C-O-X.
Yeah.
We'll go with Cox, please, Rohit.
That is the right answer. It is Laverne Cox. You had the first name as well, and it was in Orange is the New Black. So I think the outcome of this match is determined, but Aging Bulls, let's see how many you get right in the mystery bag, right? Fill in the blank or tell us what is the subject of this Wordsworth's Wordsworthian composition. I don't want to repeat the entire thing, but please take your time to repeat it. I'll give you a few seconds to do that and then start the timer. I'll start the timer now.
Are the blanks indicative?
Yes,
Yeah,
6 letters.
Is it
6
some
letters.
Oxford, Rajendra, some students in their citadels?
Students.
So Oxford,
No, but it's 6
Or
letters.
is,
So
or is it simply London? Because it is nuns, hermits, maids.
highest peak of Furnace Fells.
Should be just London.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, you're out of
I'll go
time.
with
Do
that,
we have an
guys.
answer?
okay, can we confirm the blanks are indicative?
Yes, yes, I've said that. 6
Okay.
letters.
Okay.
Letters.
Okay,
Yeah, go,
Raj
Raj.
said
Sorry, what's your final answer?
London.
It's not London, I'm afraid. Any guesses from TMC?
Oxford.
It's not Oxford. You know which topic this relates to, right?
Sonnets.
Sonnets.
So that is the
Well,
6-letter word over there.
What?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it is sonnet.
Oh, sonnets are the prison. Nice.
Yeah. It's a tough one. Sorry about that. Fill in the blank or tell us what incident that happened in the middle of the big game in 2012 this is all about. The revelation came during an NPR interview where she said, in America, you have gang signs. Well, 5,000 years ago, there was this thing called a mudra, which is a sitting position when you do yoga. And you have different ones based on what you're meditating over. There's not a lot of them that are named after gods and goddesses, but the middle finger is specifically named dash.
How many letters are there? Yeah.
This is
7.
Lakshmi, the Padma Lakshmi.
It's 7. It's 7 letters, and that is indicative.
Big
Yeah,
game
Lakshmi
into.
is
Lakshmi is a good guess.
But what's the thing? Middle of a big game in 2012, some female sports person, Durga, Kali, middle finger, specifically named Shiva. I don't know. Okay,
Go with
just say
Lakshmi, yeah, it feels like a better
Okay,
guess.
guys, you're out of answer.
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi is not the right answer, I'm afraid. So it has nothing to do with Padma Lakshmi, because there's
Some
no
sports, some
connection with
Serena.
sports here. TMC, you want to take a guess? Okay, I'll just give you a clue, right? So this came about when the artist was performing at the Super Bowl.
Janet Jackson.
He made a controversial sign.
Oh, the third eye. Oh no, tough
This
one.
is Matangi.
Wow.
And she quoted controversy during the first half show of Super Bowl where she displayed the middle finger.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. You got 2 very tough questions on this mystery bag. Last question of the match. X is a street seller of fruits and vegetables in British towns. The term is derived from a medieval variety of apple. Some historians have pointed out that a hierarchy existed among hawkers, that while X sold from a handcart or animal-drawn cart, mere hawkers carried their wares in a basket. Their loud sing-song chants, used to attract attention, became part of the fabric of street life and was portrayed and parodied in theater. What is X?
I think it's
Costermonger.
Costermonger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Say final answer.
Final answer, Costermonger.
And that is correct. So you have got that final answer correct, but I think you are 6 points behind TMC in the final tally. That's right. It's been a very, very high scoring match. I think very, very few questions have gone unanswered, but at the end of the match, TMC is on 41, Aging Bulls on 35. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy
Thanks for playing,
the rest of
guys.
the
Played.